Yeah, I was worried about that. Alright. We should be running now. And we have no viewers, but anyways. Hello, welcome. This is Georgia Tech Gamefest. I am Evolution of War, and joining me is...
I'm Zimbabwe.
Alright. Yep. Let's see. Probably need to say that again. Oh wait. Do you have open mic? Yeah. Unless we plan on using Skype, which would be bad for anyone that's spectating. I also need to turn on an open mic, obviously.
Open mic is on.
Alright, try again.
Alright, so this is Zimbabwe here on the stream.
Alright, and I'm Evolution of War. We'll be your casters for today's first round of the Swiss. This is Georgia Tech Gamefest. First match we have is 2Hot4U. Okay, I'm hearing echo. That's bad. Alright.
Change your open mic.
Maybe. No, wouldn't that be yours?
What?
Wouldn't that be your open mic pickup?
Maybe.
Because if I'm hearing myself, it'd be through your mic. That was weird.
Okay, so the band's coming out to start. Nothing really special. Death Prophet, Razor, and Brewmaster. Fairly simple start. And then a Spectre. I didn't actually expect the Spectre band, but in 682 people are getting pretty annoyed against playing
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to assume that these teams haven't really played each other, so some really general bans, pretty typical, and then the Spectre is, as he says, the only one that kind of stands out. A lot of people don't like playing against Spectre. She's like a really good hard carry that scales and has that global presence, so to speak. So you can split push, and then whenever a team fight breaks out, just haunt.
There might be a box.
And our first pick coming up for the Radiant is going to be Centaur Warrunner. Really strong offlaner, really good engage once he gets that Blink Dagger. Otherwise, he has that Stampede to rely on. Not too bad, but it's very long cooldown in the early stages of the game. Not bad first pick.
Yeah, so the Icy Centaur Warrunner is a really stable pick here. He can really open up into whatever else they want to do. Now, pure skill Ogre Magi coming out.
Yep.
I'm really happy to see these heroes getting a lot of play because I think he's a lot of fun. He is a little ridiculous sometimes. There's no lie about that.
He
definitely deserves the first pick from Salty.
He is just one of those supports that can potentially one-shot a carry in the late game if he has enough skill, so to speak.
Mixed in with an Earthshaker, you're gonna see a lot of burst here.
Yeah, and now they have a really good roaming couple. Like if you have Earthshaker, Ogre, and Magi, you're probably gonna get a kill if you don't screw up that fissure. So I'll have to keep an eye out on that.
It's even possible that they go for another support, run this Ogre Magi in more of a core position. We see EG Universe running this offlane Ogre Magi a lot. We've seen Root Tolera running Ogre Magi in the mid.
I'm actually not hearing you right now.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry. In the spirit.
I'm not hearing you through here, which is weird.
Let's try it again. Oh, your mic is way too turned up, dude. Like, I can hear myself through your mic.
Okay, but why can't I hear you?
10 seconds to pick.
You co-rest.
No, I don't. Let's see.
So, yeah, my sound is not coming through on yours.
Check. Alright, now why aren't you being picked up? Check. Weird. I don't know why I'm not hearing you.
So, I can hear myself.
I can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Barely.
Switch back. Switch back to the screen.
Oh.
So if I'm talking, yeah, you turn your mic really high up. There's a lot of background noise.
I turned it all the way down. I literally turned it all the way down.
Well,
Why am I not picking you up?
what's the stream name?
God Tech Esports Dota.
Oh, dude, Pesh. I gotta do that too. Sorry? Oh, okay.
10 seconds to pick.
I gotta turn off the
5 seconds.
Say something.
Hurry, hurry.
Oh, go into the Dota 2 game.
Okay, so I'm talking right now. And we are still trying to get the stream set up.
I hear you. Oh, because when I'm on OBS, I'm not in the client. Duh.
You are really loud.
Okay.
Only
And I am very soft.
5
Try again.
seconds remain.
I mean, you're boosted all the way on my OBS.
I think. Do you want to just do Skype and?
Well, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I mean, the only reason I couldn't hear you and we couldn't see it is because I had OBS and not the client open. And since we're obviously using the client, yeah, okay. Really intelligent.
Back into the draft.
Ember Spirit being the second pick for 2Hot4U, and then
Indian team now
LC being picked up, Legion Commander, lovely offlaner, can be played as a mid laner as well.
Yeah, we've got some good bands, right?
Okay, now I'm not hearing you again.
What?
I'm not hearing you anymore.
I should probably delay our broadcast. Oh. Can you hear me now?
No.
Well, I can hear you.
Maybe you need to boost your mic,
only 10 seconds.
or lower your threshold.
Dyer's turn to make all
Bands coming out. We saw Silencer, we saw Puck, we saw Nature's Prophet, who's really annoying, but and Enigma. So these are really generalized bands, I think. And then we have a Lich pickup.
The silencer and the puck kind of interest me because both very good counter initiators. So if Centaur runs in, or if say the Ogre Magi or the Legion Commander, I've got it backwards, but if the Dire team tries to engage, the puck and the silencer can interrupt that engage, and Centaur Warrunner and Ember Spirit will be able to kind of wreak havoc on the team.
Yeah. And that's kind of something that the Dire needed, so they kind of banned it out as well. It's kind of interesting to point out. Maybe that just want to lower as much potential as possible. And as a Ember Spirit player, I would put Ember Spirit in the mid lane personally. So I don't know if the puck ban was totally necessary, but maybe they expect a position 1 Ember Spirit. So we'll have to see exactly what the Dire decide to pick up for their mid lane, or we might see an LC mid lane. But I don't really feel like an LC mid lane. Well, against Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit doesn't have that much armor, but he has the very strong Flame Guard for the Q of Legion Commander. So I'll just see.
Yeah, but that overwhelming odds does a lot of damage. I think one of those could possibly just. Okay.
Not a 500 damage Flame Guard.
No, but that's a level 4 flame guard, right? But early on, a single overwhelming odds can blow.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
That flame guard right up.
Flame Guard's level 1 is 50. I mean, that magic
Even
sword.
level 2, right? It's
200
damage. Well, maybe not. You need to hit like what, 4 creeps and a hero.
Yeah. Level 2 to level 2. After that, it gets hard.
But anti-mage pick, not what I was expecting.
The anti-mage pick.
Very good hard carry.
Yeah. They also, I'm expecting the Dire to go for a, like a. Okay. If you turn that way, I can hear myself. Try speak. Alright. So, I expect him to try and pick up a lineup that is suitable for a 4v5 situation, and they allow Animage to split push a lot. and that means they're probably gonna look for, I would say, a Tidehunter as their last pick for Dire, just because,
Dire?
yeah,
That's very possible.
because they totally won't be able to take fights without the Animage, and let's see, it could be LC, yeah, that would be LC mid lane, Hunter off lane, and that would still be a lot of stun slash engage potential.
Definitely.
A lot of focus
on that anti-mage getting big and being able to
blink
around the map and just rat the enemy team, though.
Alright, so now we see a Bane pickup, and that is like a direct counter to Legion Commander.
Yeah,
The early Enfeeble or the Nightmare
both work
against the duel fairly well.
It's
It's also interesting that with this Bane Lich combo, I don't know how their supports are going to work out, because that's not a very good roaming comp. It's some decent damage, but Lich normally likes to sit in lane and maximize that sacrifice potential.
Yeah, they're probably going to look to deny the anti-mage as much as possible. So,
Well, Lich Bane is not good aggressive, in my opinion.
no, I think Bane's going to babysit whoever is going to be in the bottom, and Lich will be in the off lane with the Centaur Warrunner, sacrificing creeps.
That's very possible.
And we see it.
Or the Lich in the mid lane, even, with the Ember Spirit protecting him and getting him that level advantage that really makes an Ember Spirit go ham.
Oh yeah, no, Lich with Frost Armor would be so helpful versus this Viper pickup.
Only 10 seconds.
Viper pickup probably going to be in the mid lane. So we see an LC, Legion Commander in the off lane. Still really strong, but we don't quite know who the hard carry position 1 is for 2Hot4U quite yet. Ah, we actually have a Magnus pickup. Alright, so it's going to be Ember Spirit in the bot lane, Magnus in the mid lane. Magnus in the mid lane. Centaur Warrunner. Alright, so this is really, really nice AoE setup for 2Hot4U. You have the Magnus who has an Empower. You give it to Ember Spirit, and if you get a good RP off, you just Sleight of Fist and you do a huge amount of cleave damage, even without the Battle Fury. So that increases Ember's early team fight if it so needs to be. And then follow up with Centaur Warrunner. That's a really good setup. I was actually talking to one of my friends about Ember Spirit Magnus. It's that instant damage buff up. And then, of course, we have the Live Viper last pick on the Assault team. I'm still hearing myself. This is really weird. Maybe turn down your mic?
I don't know.
Turn down what you pick up?
I turned my threshold way down.
Alright, try it. Oh. Okay.
Your mic is
still really loud, because I can hear myself whenever I talk to.
Okay.
So
interesting starting position. Magnus not being really donated any tangos, just getting 4 tangos, 3 iron branches.
Bane is rushing
a
a
soul
soul
ring. Has the recipe and a sage's mask already.
Alright, looks like we need to pause. Can you hear yourself?
What?
Can you hear yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I'll turn it up more.
Centaur
Centaur
Warrunner
starting with
regen,
regen, stout shield, and ring protection.
Ember Spirit,
Starts with the slippers of agility, some basic regen items.
and Lich. Actually, everyone going heavy regen.
Salve and tangos on basically every single radiant hero.
So let's go through these
players whenever this is a good time for that if you want to. Oh, Magnus just DC'd. And it's going to be immediately repaused.
Well, we seem to have a DC.
I've turned my threshold like all the way up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm...
Wait, that's the wrong
direction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Right there.
Say something.
Can you hear me?
I can still
hear myself. Don't worry about it.
If anything,
we could just
cast through
one microphone. But that might be problematic.
So
Magnus is back in the game.
And as usual,
every first game for new casters is a
Once again,
a test, a setup. So,
Is it really? This? That's weird. Alright. Let me see. Alright. So, here's some early actions, trying to cut some rune. Bane just getting some auto attacks. Hasn't skilled in anything quite yet. Centaur Warrunner will be able to secure that double damage rune. Not going to be too helpful, but it should be nice if he wants to deny the animage a bit. And it will be a Bane Centaur. Alright, so Lich is going to be denying for the safe lane. That's interesting. Right?
Actually, yeah, with this
solo Legion Commander against an Ember Spirit Lich, there is no way they can kill her. She press the attack is way too much regen and
gets you out of the
Ember Spirit Searing Change. So this Legion Commander should have complete free farm on this off lane. At least as long as no rotations come around.
Did you hear yourself get louder?
Not really.
I wonder what this does. Oh, this volume. Okay. So, yeah, I think Legion Commander should be decently okay. There's no hard CCs. She can remove the slow with the press the attack. And
Spain has rotated down, just to point out. But he's been spotted out by this ward over here.
yeah, but Nightmare, once he gets attacked, he won't be in too much trouble. It'll be when Fiend's Grid comes out that potentially causes some problems. So we haven't introduced the lineups quite yet, so I'll run through that right now.
Do you want to run through the Radiant?
Yeah. 2Hot4U is running Blame the Draft on the Ember Spirit. Machu playing the Lich. Harry Bosetero playing the Bane. Magnus being played by Fag Sexual Pro Boxer. And offlane, Centaur Warner being played by Nofu.
And on the Dire, we have Banana on the Anti-Mage.
Catherine on the Ogre Magi. Small Weenie Big Problems on Earthshaker. King Caslob on the Viper. And last, Keegan on the Legion Commander bot lane. Who, might I say, is doing extremely well. 4-0 CS on an off lane at 2 minutes compared to the Centaur Warrunner's 0. Already sitting almost level 3, while this Centaur is actually a higher level. Apparently, we're talking too loud.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know they're right there.
That's not them.
That might be them, actually. Okay, well. And we have more mouse problems this time. I think it's them versus them, actually.
Yeah. I know that's Salt. I guess that's them.
So it
looks like bot lane is pushing in. December Spirit going his normal Searing Chains, Flame Guard build. Just level 2 on all of these heroes right now. Nothing really special. No Enfeeble. Not much of a surprise. It's only good if you really put a lot of points into it, and it's far outclassed by Nightmare and Brainsap.
Yeah, and Keegan's found his level 3 while Centaur is just... Oh, Centaur's also level 3.
I don't know how Centaur is so high level. Did he grab a bounty rune somewhere? No, he grabbed the DD early on. We've got a region top and a bounty bot.
Yeah, he spiked up on levels really quickly. Not too sure.
Well, I guess with that
first creep, denied. Oh wait, no, it was denied on the bot lane, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Lich is bot. So.
Yeah. I don't know. So.
I don't think much has happened so far. Not too surprising. Because actually, I expect a bit more action coming from the Dire, because while the 2Hot4U on the Radiant don't quite have such a great roaming potential, Salt and NaCl obviously have a really great roaming couple of Ogre Magi and Earthshaker. And right now they're just...
Check out the hero levels. Earthshaker is still level 1.
Oh yeah.
And
Ogre
Ogre Magi's on level 2. Both of these heroes need at least level 2, preferably level 3, really.
Earthshaker
can do a lot with that level 1 fissure, but even still he has to catch someone out, and probably not really worth the roam when he can be farming.
Yeah, well,
He's still...
Earthshaker's level 1 really depends on the fissure placement. So,
Very much so.
if you can catch him in a choke point of some sort, then that can be a really good setup for Ogre Magi. And Ogre Magi obviously just has running range. And I think Ogre only needs level 2, personally, because Fire Blast is a good stun, Ignite is an intense slow, even for a level 1. And coupled with a Viper, it'd be really hard to run away from that. If they decide to roam mid. And from what I can see, there's very little vision. There's actually no vision in the Radiant side up to the river.
Yeah,
no wards actually bought by the Radiant team.
Apparently there's a Steam update. Hope it's not a...
Must not have updated his Steam
last night.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Yeah, with the Radiant team not buying any wards, yeah, they didn't start with any wards. Okay. Hey.
I don't have one, so I'm confused. Hi, I'm Tim, but I don't have anyone. No.
Tim doesn't
Tim doesn't have a girlfriend, guys. Find Tim a girlfriend.
I think I'm good at the moment. Thanks. These people are evil. Evil, I tell you. I don't know, I thought I saw Centaur carrying a ward. And there's a sentry. Sentry.
Centaur has a sentry?
No, Ogre has a sentry, and there is a sentry set down for this top camp. But I think Centaur laid that one there to block. There's a sentry up here next to the ES.
No, that's
something that Ogre put down to counter out there.
The Radiant. That's a dire
sentry ward.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, they had wards.
No, they didn't.
Radiant?
No. Radiant didn't buy any wards. They're not there.
When?
And with the Centaur
starting
starting
items,
that's
650 gold.
Or
625.
Well, Dyer's bought wards and they still have one in stock. Only one in stock.
No, they don't.
Restock
in 156.
Stock.
No, you can't go off that. You have to go off that number.
That's really weird.
See how it says
stock 1?
Oh. Oh, I see.
See? Stock 1?
Stock 1.
If you change to the
grid layout instead of using the list.
Okay, so we are
back.
Bit of
a push mounting on this bot lane, but it looks like it's just going to be a lot of free experience for the Legion Commander. And Earthshaker almost dying just to the creeps and the jungle creeps. Looks like if Centaur gets lucky here, he might be able to get this kill. He's actually just going to run at him, chase him away. Small Weenie really has a big problem right now, but the Centaur is just going to be walking through and back to his lane safely.
Yeah, if he had boots or something, maybe get in range, that would be an easy first blood. But no boots quite yet. No tranquils. But he's just leeching a lot of free XP from this pole camp, and he's almost close enough to get the creep that's dying. But he's gonna pull this, and he's gonna get a nice wave of EXP. So looks like Centaur's gonna be okay for now. He's still sitting on 0 CS, but he's gonna get a lot of EXP.
Get something from this now. The mid courier. The Radiant Courier walking all the way across the river to hand over that bottle to the boots to the Magnus. Interesting. 3 minutes 50 seconds in, still no flying courier on either team. Bit of an engagement on mid. The Viper gets
back, doesn't really get under tower range. Getting right clicked down by Magnus, but
One more auto.
right click, there's one
Oh,
more right click.
he popped a salve. He popped a salve in the minute, but not quite enough. And that's what having boots will help.
Exactly. He was able to get behind the Viper, who foolishly walked down the river and got pushed all the way back and just right click down. There's an engagement on top too. Centaur Warrunner gets his double edge off on the ear shaker. And then the anti-mage picks up the kill. Good trade.
Yeah, definitely. That fissure was enough to block. Oh.
Keegan, Legion Commander on the bot lane, also in trouble. Oh, there's a double rotation in Magi and Earth Shaker, but
A really good fissure comes out. Ogre Magi doesn't quite have enough mana for another stun. Just popping a clarity, hopefully get enough. Is short 5 mana. Another fissure comes out right as the soul ring comes out from Bane. Unfortunately, it will lead to his death. And that's a pickup. That's a pickup. That's 2 for 2 now because of ES dying in the top lane, Centaur dying in and Legion Commander makes it away. So right now the
look, top lane. Anti-mage gets
nope.
double edged.
Yeah, and Anti-Mage doesn't have any points in the spell shield quite yet, so gonna take full brunt of that.
I think it's more important to get that early point spell shield and just max blink for the ultimate farming capacity. I'm a big fan of the burning build where you just go 1-1-1 and a lot of stats points early game.
Yeah, that level 1 spell shield is a real value point, so to speak, because 26 extra resistances, even though it's multiplicative, it's really helpful, especially against Centaur Warner, who's mostly magic damage in the early phases.
Yeah, with 1 point spell shield, you really get a lot of that bonus double edge damage.
Yeah, and checking out checking out the farm. Magnus sitting at 31-0, Viper really close, 29-6, and the position ones right now, 27, 28 on the AM, and 22 on the Ember. I would expect it to be a bit better considering Ember. Well, I guess Ember's been pressured a bit more by Legion Commander, who has that great ability of overwhelming odds to harass him out. But Centaur sitting on 10, and actually Keegan, after having such a great starting point, is now only sitting on 8 and 1.
Top lane, we've got a lot of damage going into the Centaur Warrunner.
Yeah, Centaur gets blocked out. AM trying to do a bit of a block, does not quite get the block. Oh, Paul! Catherine getting a good block with the Ogre Magi. We'll throw down an Ignite. Will it be enough?
It's only level 1, I don't think that'll be enough.
Not with a Tango running. Nope, not quite. And Ember Spirit running in.
Oh,
Oh.
Mana actually survives.
Yeah, that Searing Change is only level 2. One more auto attack would have done it. Anyone out there.
Yeah, so that's now 4 heroes that have been top lane, giving a lot of free space to this Legion Commander on the bot lane.
Yeah,
she's only one creep away from her duel, and then we might see her rotate out.
yeah, that I don't know about rotating your hard carry to top lane, especially since they didn't get the kill. That's really unfortunate for Ember Spirit.
Yeah, wasted TP, and he's only level 4. He didn't have a remnant bot lane.
Yeah, and since he uses TP to get up there, he's gonna have to walk all the way back.
Well, they are gonna rotate.
Oh, mid lane, Viper using his ultimate on Magnus will pick up the kill.
Max Nether
Toxin definitely proving itself right there. 172 on that last hit.
And did I
mention that Ogre Magi picked up a bottle and has been using that to keep his mana pool topped off?
That's really nice. Yeah, Ogre Magi, if he gets the chance to roam, can use the bottle pretty well. So. So, we have, let's see, Legion Commander. Now Centaur Warrunner is taking up the bot lane. Ember Spirit is actually taking up the mid lane while Magnus is dead. And Magnus goes up to top lane. Bane. Complete swap up around here.
And a Soul Ring
on the Legion Commander.
Will definitely help her, but I feel like this late in the game
would be better off with a set of treads.
Well, Soul Ring is when you're in the off lane, Soul Ring is basically the core item because if you use a level 1 press the attack while using the Soul Ring, you don't lose any mana, and you gain back all the HP that you lose. And
That's a very good point.
that was an RP onto Banana, and AM takes the fall. That true damage, that's a lot of burst damage, and once again, not having any points in the spell shield, maybe not quite worth it, but
Yeah, I don't think that was the best idea there.
Magnus,
Not Magnus.
Viper
is working towards his mech.
Very close,
and
he's bullying
around this Ember Spirit.
3 armor on the Ember Spirit. Doesn't quite block very much with that flame guard at level 3 against Viper.
Now,
This blink dagger, did we hit the time when
this Magnus Blink Dagger came out?
I'm pretty sure it just came up. Maybe on the kill on the AM, because he's sitting on quite a bit of gold. So that's probably a surprise to the AM. That's a really fast. He did get first blood. So
Catherine's gonna run into. They just pass each other in the night, or in the passing in the bot lane.
yeah, he wanted that rune, but Ogre Magi now sitting with a haste rune.
has his boots and is going
Oh, bot lane. Stampede being used. Keegan will get caught up by the hood stomp as well. Gets skewered back. Takes a double edge as well as the shockwave. And that's a dead leading commander. Going a bit too far into unknown territory. Actually, I think he went to set. Did he go to set that ward down? That was a long time ago ward. I guess he didn't expect to see a Magnus and a Centaur stampeding.
Now here's where I'd like to
point out that both of the Dire supports are not level 6 when both of the Radiant supports are. So the Chain Frost is online, and so is the Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra damage that's gonna come out from the supports. Let's see, Earthshaker is sitting at level 4, has full mana right now, and Echo Slam's not too mana intensive, but it can get fairly bad if he doesn't get Arcanes anytime soon.
Yeah, he really needs those
Arcanes.
And top lane, Ember is looking to play really aggressive right now, actually getting hit up by Animage, and Animage, with the max level of Mana Break, does quite a bit of damage. We have a rotation coming in, Magnus coming in, we have a Nightmare onto AM, and AM will get repelled. Fiend's Grip is going to be casted onto the Earthshaker, will be taking out quite a bit. Brain Sap has not quite come out yet, he will pop the Soul Ring to get it. Brain Sap does come out now, Magnus has no more mana, will Nightmare the Earthshaker, and Earthshaker just slowly dies, will get last hit by the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit will fall to the Viper's Viper Strike, and Viper takes the Nightmare off of Magnus. Now going head to head, we'll take a Lich Ice Blast, and now Centaur gets in range for the Hoof Stomp. We'll get a double edge off as well. Value point of Corrosive Skin. Magnus coming back in with enough mana to get that last hit. Shockwave. Lich get the last hit with the Frost Blast, and that is a huge fight.
That fight recap, 4 going down on the side of the Dire, 2 going down on the side of the Radiant, 1300 gold swing. A lot of stuff right there. A lot of ultis popped.
Yeah, and the probably the most unfortunate part is ES, since he was actually ES picked up a lot of EXP.
Yeah, their Shaker got
pretty decently off of that.
Yeah, Bane died first, so he actually benefited more.
So we have 13-minute boots of
travel
travel
on this Magnus now.
So he will be everywhere. And he is moving very, very quickly. 415
move speed.
That's a very fast 4-legged quadruped, you know. He's gonna be everywhere. Yeah, well, you know, that's what it is. So now we have Animage in the bot lane. I'm not too sure about this choice, but Animage versus the Ember Spirit once again. Ember Spirit looking to pick up a Battle Fury. Got that Ring of Health, has a Bracer, so he's not quite going into drums. Wants to go for that farm build.
He also
started with the slipper of agility and didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, value point.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Didn't really need the PMS,
I guess.
Magnus right now looking to gank. Doesn't quite have enough mana right now. Really needs a rune.
Fiend's Grip going on top lane. Going on the Ember Spirit.
Oh, duel to stop it.
Goes off.
Yep, and that Lich ult. Lich ult gonna do quite a lot of damage. Bane now getting multi-casted. Anti-Mage coming in for the last hit. Will use the Mana Void to pick it up. And that was 1 for 1. Legion didn't quite lose the duel there. But Lich popping the ult does a huge amount of damage. Manages to separate. So, fairly, I would say in favor of Radiant because support for an offlaner.
Quite unfortunate for the Dire team that Earthshaker, Fissure really split up the duel and prevented them from getting any more damage onto that Bane.
I'm quite curious as to why the Radiant supports by themselves are trying to pick fights, to be honest.
Well, it was more than the Bane, though, why the Radiant. Yeah, I don't know. Bane possibly thought he had the kill on the Earthshaker. He's not really high level. Bane is level 8, so 2 levels above the Earthshaker. That pure damage does a lot of work.
Yeah, but Earthshaker is a strength hero. He has almost 900 HP.
900 HP, he is slightly tankier than the two levels up on him, Bane.
And AM is sitting at 700 HP. Viper's the really tanky one. Magnus sitting at 1100 HP. Magnus.
Viper with this.
Oh, mid lane. Stampede going out. Centaur manages to land a Stampede as well as Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, Shockwave, Skewer back. The mechanism will be popped off. And Viper Strike now onto Centaur. Yeah. Oh, will he get the kill with Viper Strike? Yeah. Wow. That was a really good time to turn around.
Great mech usage. Really saved him right as the skewer hit.
Yeah. And Viper, that turns out to be a 1 for 1. Not too bad.
Invis Ogre
Magi in the bot lane.
Alright, and Ember Spirit, surrounded by 3. Nightmare comes out, no Fiend's Grip. Oh, actually there is a Fiend's Grip, but not being used. Catherine on that Ogre Magic pops out of the invisibility. We'll get dueled, and this is a first duel coming out, that comes out successful for Keegan. As an extra 10 damage, not too bad.
10 free damage, always worth it. The Anti-Mage is about 900 gold from his Battle Fury.
That's not too bad if you compare it to the Ember Spirit.
Well, Ember Spirit's Battle Fury is almost out in about 1200 gold. He's only about 300 gold behind. He has plenty more items ahead of the AM. AM not even sitting on treads yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And that's the parts of his Battle Fury, really.
Yeah, the phase boots is actually really nice on Ember. Yeah, I guess.
Great job just sitting mid.
Yeah, he's gonna take that tower. A couple more auto attacks will do it. Fortify has already been used, and that is a lot of extra gold. They did nerf that, unfortunately, but tier 1 down. And we'll just see what they decide to do now that that little mid tower is gone. Looks like AM's still going to be just farming, as usual, you expect that. And still this Magnus that's roaming around a lot. Hasn't really stick to his lane, but he is 5-1. He has done a lot of work around this map.
He's also very close to top CS compared to the rest of the Dire squad.
Yeah, he's kept up even with as much roaming as he's done. Ember Spirit. Yeah, Ember Spirit popping on the Flame Guard, trying to zone out Earthshaker. He was kind of forward and I don't see any Flame Remnants back in the ground. So had they like fully committed to him, I think they might have been able to burst him out with the 4 people they do have. But it is a 5-man group up versus a 4-man. As AM is split pushing.
This plays into the Dire's hand, in my opinion. Anti-Mage can sit top and just try to push this tower, go for a trade 1 for all, and there's not really much that I think the Radiant team can do. If they try to dive this, there's far too much disengage and stun to keep them from
taking that tower. So
They wisely split back up
with the
Centaur
going mid and the Magnus going top.
Yeah.
And
They
Mickey Mage's Battle Fury is now
on the way. It's
on the courier. The courier is dead. When did that happen?
I guess 2 minutes ago.
I didn't see that either. Not paying attention. Well, looks like and
Dagger on the Legion Commander.
oh yeah, that's a huge pickoff. Especially since both supports are sitting down here. Fiend's Grip goes onto the Viper. Viper with that innate magic resist, not going to take too much damage. Will pop up the mechanism. Now it's a 3 versus 2, 3 versus 4 in this bot lane. Lich ult goes down.
Beautiful. The Echo Slam was just great there.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage. Ember Spirit managing to jump back. Now Bane is left alone. Will take the duel, and Ogre Magi will pick the kill as well as the tower. So
a lot of gold for Ogre Magi there.
yeah, that's 2 pickoffs, tower, and a duel. Those are the important things to note. And meanwhile, you know, AM's still getting some farm.
Battle Fury.
The Emperor did get this Battle Fury before the AM.
That was pretty much the same time, but
Yeah.
the only reason he didn't is because the courier was dead.
Yes.
And now the
And
AM
the AM picks up his treads as well, so
he's
sitting
decently
20
20
minutes treads Battle Fury.
Yeah, net worth are about even. Actually, AM's ahead by 300, but that's not
Yeah,
too
what is-
What
significant.
does this net worth graph look like?
So very even spread, I would say. The only outlier being that Magnus
just so far ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, Magnus, Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger, and sitting on 3.2k gold. What is he going for?
Really, whatever he wants.
If he needs a
BKB or
BKB or a
staff,
force
he's
staff,
got
he's
it.
got it already.
I can't imagine. Like, I would probably go for a 4-staff, but or something increases mana pool, because he went Boots of Travel. I usually grab Arcane. Oh, Steering Chains onto Banana as well as Small Weenie Big Problems. Banana will have to jump away. Stampede coming out. Centaur looking to take the front. I don't think he'll be able to get that stun off. Nope, not quite. Sports. We have an Ogre Magi with an Invis. Great Fissure hitting off the 3. Nightmare goes on to King of Slob on that Viper, and Bane will get taken out by the burst damage of Ogre Magi. Oh, 3-man RP coming out. Will be able to take out Anti-Mage with that Sleight of Fist. Centaur War Runner. Yeah, that's a huge turnaround. And it's not like Earthshaker had Echo Slam to counteract that. It was just
No, he didn't.
he didn't have mana for anything. I think he had Enchant Totem and that's it.
But the mech coming out from the
Viper
just really saved that fight. And the Ember Spirit didn't have any way of getting around the fight. He really just got caught out and blown up
very quickly.
Yeah, Ember Spirit managed to take out one person with that Sleight of Fist, Battle Fury, and Empower. But Lich was also not there to help with the ultimate. His ultimate was not up. And that could have also been a huge factor. I think Lich was there, but he didn't have the ultimate.
He didn't have ultimate,
He did throw out a Frost Blast, which was all he could do that.
Yeah. Oh, Sleight of Fist comes out, Searing Change does not quite hit.
And the Fog of War teases with the Bane as he can't get his Nightmare off.
Nighttime Vision, so sad.
This Legion Commander is
almost completed with a Blade Mail.
Once she gets that, she'll be able to take out any of these Radiant supports.
I want to factor in the ice armor though, that comes out from Lich. If Lich manages to get a ice armor before the duel comes out, or you know, Bane gets. Actually, you know, we still haven't seen the Nightmare duel yet. I don't want to see that. You know, where like Legion Commander duels someone and then Bane, Nightmares.
Yeah.
Either one of them, they start swapping up the Nightmare. That's so funny to watch.
So this Magnus is going
for a Daedalus.
He has the crit.
Dang.
It seems like he's going to try to carry this game on his own.
Yeah, he is leading net worth, so I mean he can attempt it. And it's not like he doesn't have bad damage with the Empower. Empower on him as well as Ember Spirit.
Magnus's strength gain is just fine. His strategy gain is pretty good too. 275, 2.5. So with nothing but levels and some damage items, he might be able to do exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah. And it looks like Ember Spirit's going for a second B Fury as he picks up another broadsword.
That's also
That's
a built-in
also built into
Chrysalis,
Chrysalis, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And now a
Now
massive
a massive
madness
madness
on
on
the
the
Magnus.
Magnus.
He's really going for this carry potential.
Yes.
Yes.
We do have
We do
almost a
almost
Yasha done on
the
AM.
AM.
Still a very
slow farm, but leading his team properly.
4 members of the Radiant. That ward doing a lot of work right there. But looks like we have Blink Dagger onto Earthshaker. We have Blink Daggers onto everyone who needs one on the lineup of 2Hot4U. Arguably Bane might want one, but so everyone's at their peak of pretty much engaged potential until refreshers maybe come out. But who do you think would take a straight up fight? I mean, we just saw a 3-man RP and that was counteracted by a single enchant totem.
Yeah, I'm very interested
to see with
this
new
new
Magnus, Madness, if he gets a 3-man RP and
Around, I
has
think
an
he might
he might actually
actually
just win the game right there.
Especially with the Battle Fury and the Ember
Spirit.
Spirit. It's really going to come down to who gets caught. So if the Ogre Magi doesn't get caught in the RP is able to get a Flame Blast off a Fire Blast off on the Ember Spirit or the Magnus, potential might just ruin the fight for them. So I think it's important that they have to get both the Ogre Magi and the Legion Commander in the RP at this point.
Yeah. To see. Earthshaker can also come in and stop that as well.
One of the other
scary things to think about is both, well, not so much Lich, but Bane has 783 mana at level 10 with those mana boots and his own in-game. So he pops all of his spells and Anti-Mage is still alive to pop his Lich. We're going to see a lot of damage on all of the Radiant team, basically.
Yeah, that's something. That is something rarely thought about because the Mana Void damage potential is just kind of like unseen unless you know the person's like an int hero who is really low on mana, and you have 2 potential targets to use it really. Lich not quite as high as mana pool, but Bane sitting on that arcane boots has it quite nice. Banana farming of the ancients does not quite get caught there. Ooh, Blink Earthshaker's Echo Slam comes in. Fissure does a huge amount of damage. We'll take 2 immediately, and a duel coming out onto the Lich. We'll pick up the 3rd kill. That is huge.
That was really not smart of the Radiant team. They walked up that hill blindly and chased onto the Anti-Mage without even knowing what was there.
Yeah, and there's a nice dire ward right there, just watching them walk up. They were baited completely by the Anti-Mage.
See this dire ward right here?
They might go for this Magnus. Looks like they are.
Phaser comes out. Echoes, Enchant Totem also. AM comes with the Skewer. Stampede also comes out, not quite helping. That Skewer, unfortunately, dragging someone you don't want to take with you. And Centaur Warrior also taking a fall to Legion Commander as well as Ember Spirit. Take out the duel, we'll take it out riskily and we'll pick it up. Oh, Bane comes in the last second, not quite helping with the duel, but we'll be able to take out the Legion Commander. And now forced to back away as the rest of his carries are dead. That could have been split second right there. That was so risky by Legion.
Yeah,
that was definitely risky. But
definitely
paid off. More damage on that.
All the meantime,
Viper is pushing the spot lane only about 100 gold until he gets his Aghanims up. AM is sitting on his Manta Style. He's coming out on the Courier. Ogre Magi is level 13. Let's see that. That's actually right in the middle of the attack. He's a higher level than the enemy Ember Spirit. The Ogre Magi is higher level than the enemy Ember Spirit. And with that level 13, all of his spells are hitting extremely hard.
Yeah, and also something important to note. Anti-Mage has now overtaken Magnus on the net worth.
I did see that. He's also sitting on about 50 more farms, so...
That's gonna be scary. Magnus getting caught out a tiny bit, and will he be able to carry still? That's the question. He's almost at his demon edge for his Daedalus.
Okay. Okay. He needs to keep farming, but he's searching through this dire jungle, and AM is clearing this thing faster than it can respawn. And if Magnus gets caught here, he just blinks in on the creeps.
Anti-Mage could have
gone on that. Decides to blink towards
Oh.
him.
The Mask of Madness being popped out. No mana, no mana void. I mean, full mana void right there, but trying to find some way to slow him down. Team not quite in range. So there's a small ulti being expended. It's only a 70-second cooldown. Not too bad, but
Yeah. It was worth
it to try and get the mini stun to slow him down enough, but his team just wasn't close enough to help.
I want to point out the Radiant Vision has now dramatically increased.
You're right. They do have a good 3 wards out.
And they also de-warded the Dire's River Ward.
They did.
These are some really nice warding positions. They completely see. Oh nope, we have a smoke coming out from the Dire. Not quite the vision that they expected. Do they expect it? However, King of Slob now coming for a wraparound. Everyone just backing up from the Radiant. Actually, Centaur now in range. Smoke is popped. No one sees him quite yet. Oh, Earthshaker. King of Slob gets engaged upon by the hoof stomp. Searing Chains will land. Mech comes out. A great Echo Slam lands onto 3. RP lands onto 2. Lich ult bouncing between. The Blade Mail not doing quite as much damage as I thought it would do to Lich. Actually being...
Mana Void?
I didn't see it. It was on Bane?
And no, the Mana Void was on the empty Mana Magnet. It took him from about 3/4 health to nothing.
Really? I did not expect that. I would not expect that, actually. And that's a 5-man wipe for, no one.
Check out that team fight recap. It says it all. A huge 5,000 gold for 7,000 experience. And that's possibly rats right there.
Yeah, Centaur does have Stampede when he comes out, but there's no RP, there's no Lich ult, there's no Fiend's Grip. And, Ember Spirit, not quite high level, doesn't quite have that much damage right now. I don't think he's going to be able to do much. I want to point out that the Anti-Mage only did 900 damage in the last fight. So,
but that was all
the Mana Void, that's kind of crazy. No auto attacks. Who needs the auto attack? You have Mana Void.
The BKB finished on this Legion Commander.
Anti-Mage
picking out the enemy Ancients, now sitting on 3,700 gold.
He's gonna clear this top wave,
keep working towards a harder BKB. It's his choice. I think
Heart is actually
the better choice here as the
Oh, this top lane engage. Oh my god! Completely blown up by the Manta Style. The Manta Style illusions. Mana break. So much damage.
Really just toying and taking out those two heroes who are still under level. Both of them level 11.
This is a level 19 anti-mage they just tried to gank.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit used his Flame Remnant to engage, so he didn't quite have very much mana after he did so. And that Mana Void, that Mana Break, just so much.
Ember Spirit is one of the heroes where even when he's in a safe lane,
I really think he needs a bottle.
Because Bottle is so efficient
on the hero where you set down a Flame Remnant,
you refill your bottle,
and you just zip right back to where you were.
Yeah, that's a very good item for him, just because he has the ability to go back to base whenever he feels like, and come back to the battle whenever he needs to. Dire now, moving onto the Roshan. Keegan was trying to solo it up, not quite strong enough for that yet, but Viper now coming in with the ES. Will be able to do quite a amount of damage, and now with the BKB up on Animage, I want to guess that they're going to give it to Animage. Animage drops his 4-man shield. And the Radiant don't look to contest at all. Actually, not enough mana for reverse polarity quite yet.
Actually, I was looking at the Ogre Magi. He had his third Invis rune of this game, just walking around right there, so he's very lucky.
Well, Legion Commander trying to get a blink out onto Ember Spirit, not quite in range. The
Daedalus was finished off on the Magnus.
Yeah.
I see TP's back home.
Will it be enough though? I mean, we've seen 2 engagements where the RP has been fairly good. I mean, last fight was a 2-man RP. Wasn't too bad. But still didn't result in any kills whatsoever.
I don't think it's going to matter too much, but I do think
Black Kingar was the wrong item choice for Anti-Mage. A little bit more gold than he would have had his heart, and I think that would have been much more effective here.
We'll see.
Even an Abyssal.
Oh yeah, I would have definitely gone for the Skull Basher. But you know, nothing wrong with being a bit safe, right?
Ooh.
He is like so far ahead of everyone. I'm not too sure it matters.
Well, the reason why I don't think he's actually being that safe with it is both RP and Fiends Grip go through BKB.
Oh yeah.
So if RP goes off and he has a
BKB on, it saves him from a lot of damage, but it really doesn't prevent him. While the heart just gives him so much tankability
that I don't think
they'd be able to take him down with 2,000 plus health.
Also, this Bane is playing
extremely aggressively and is going to get punished for it at some point.
Yeah. You point out the Fiend's Grip can stop the BKB. Like you can obviously CC BKB person with a Fiend's Grip. But they also have a lot of long-range instant stuns to break it, and obviously Bane doesn't have a BKB. The only thing you really would have to worry about is the Magnus, and Magnus also doesn't have a BKB, so... And there's not like... The only follow-up is a Centaur Warrunner and Earthshaker, and Lich ult. Yeah. Nightmare onto the Viper, who is doing extreme amounts of damage. Will brain sap and creep for that. Banana jumping in, will take the last 2 auto attacks to kill off the Bane. Now, yep, now coming in, Keegan jumping in onto the Ember Spirit. Oh, RP being whiffed right there. And this fight is over. Banana has Aegis, will pop it off right now. And Earthshaker coming in, Echo Slam, Enchant Totem, 3-man Centaur stun. Will get his friend out of there. But that whiffed RP, oh, not what you want to do when you want to defend your high ground. And that's the first set of Rex. Oh, second set of Rex.
I believe it was the
Ignite that actually caused that.
Yeah, it's multicast Ignite, so long range.
It's everything
It's like a 450 AoE. 300 AoE. No, that's 300.
Yeah, 300 AoE.
300 radius.
Yeah.
From the initial target.
If it was if he gets his level 16, it's gonna be a 450 radius.
That
900 diameter circle just...
There's no way
to avoid it.
Also,
the Ember Spirit was way too far. He only has 1,000 HP. He got blinked on from around here,
and he was just standing right in front of the tower when he had no reason to be that close. And then lastly, I need to say that the Bane is trying to pick up an Aghanim, which is cute, is the only way I can put it, because this is a very gimpy ultimate Aghanim, and a BKB would serve him much better.
Oh, definitely. I kind of want to think that the point booster is just for the value of having extra HP and mana, which, I mean, HP is valued. The mana versus an anti-mage, maybe. Oh, Centaur, no, sorry, Magnus looking for a tree play.
Yeah, very good thinking of him,
especially since the Aegis is down on the anti-mage.
Anti-mage did pick up an
Eagle Song. He
will have his butterfly in about
700 gold.
Nightmare onto the Viper, 4 staffed away from any potential danger of a follow-up from Centaur. Magnus still looking around. Has everything up, has full mana, he's so ready to engage, just needs to find the enemies grouped up, and actually, not gonna quite find it. Ember Spirit getting caught out, immediately blown up by the duel. Lich ultimate onto 2, Keegan with the BKB is not gonna take too much damage from the Lich. Banana now pops off his BKB, just chops up the Magnus, and still 5-0 in favor of NaCl. And they will take their final racks off this. Their buyback status, there is one for the Magnus, but he will not pop it off. It looks like they're just gonna give up. GG, well played is called. NaCl will take the game 1 of the Swiss rounds against 2Hot4U.
Very well played. I'd like to say that the big MVP there, maybe
maybe the unsung hero was that Viper. His timings were perfect. Every single time someone went in, if he wasn't caught, that mech went off. As soon as he was unstunned, mech went off. Definitely saved those team fights a whole lot. Secondly, the Ogre Magi played extremely well. Never got caught in an RP, always got his fire blasts off, and really tore the enemy to pieces. He only had 11 last hits on that Ogre Magi. At 269 GPM, he's actually sitting above 3 of the enemy Radiant heroes. He's also level 17 versus all of the other Radiant heroes level 15 and below with the exception of the Magnus. So very well played by the supports and the mid laner on the Dire team, and very well played by the anti-mage for doing his thing. 281 farm, 602 GPM.
Yeah. That will wrap it up for now. We will be waiting for the next Swiss rounds to come out. Yeah. So see you guys in a bit.